Hey everyone, welcome to your reading. Today's reading is Messages of Reassurance from Your Higher Self. The goal is to be able to pinpoint specific areas or instances of anxiety or worry that you are currently dealing with, whether or not it is apparent to you that this is an energy holding you down. I just want to be able to bring something to light, bring something to the surface, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. It all counts in lightening your load, in making you be able to move through life more freely and effortlessly. That is the goal with today's reading, to channel messages that will allow you to essentially eliminate or alleviate some anxiety or some worry, and receive guidance on how to do this most effortlessly and appropriately and in a timely manner. That is what we are hoping will come through today for the reading. So there are 3 piles to choose from today. I picked the Page of Wands card from a few different decks, so please take a look at the imagery of each card and you may feel drawn to what is depicted on the cards. Otherwise, another way you can choose your pile is through the crystal animal, and in this case we do have a mushroom to choose your pile. So on the left hand side we have the mushroom from the Light Seers Tarot deck as well. In the middle we have the serpent with a traditional tarot deck. And on the right side, we have pile 3 with the fish and the Page of Wands from the Unfolding Path Tarot. Take as much time as you need to choose your pile. You may be drawn to one or more pile. There may be one or more aspects of anxiety or worry that can come to light for you today. So feel free to check out several piles if needed. Head to the description box and you will find the timestamp that will take you directly to your reading, and I will see you there. Hey pile 1, if you chose the mushroom as well as this specific Page of Wands card, then you are in the right place for your messages today. We're going to get started with today's reading by pulling a few tea leaf fortune cards, followed by some tarot, and this is going to help us identify what exactly is causing you worry or anxiety. After that, we are going to pull oracle cards from a few different decks, and these will act as messages of guidance and reassurance about the situation from your higher self. So I'm excited for this. I have not used my tea leaf cards in a reading yet on this channel, so I'm excited to go ahead and use these. Just going to shuffle up a bit, and then I'll split the deck and spread them out to choose a few cards. Alright. So let's spread here and hope to find maybe 2 or 3 cards. I did really notice this green card as I was shuffling even before I started filming, so I'm going to grab that one because I split the deck and it happens to show up in the half I chose. I feel like this one almost revealed it, and then the one that wanted to come out with it too. Let's go with these. Beautiful. We have dog with protection from a powerful friend. We have bridge with successfully overcoming a problem. And marriage. Interesting. Okay, I have somewhat of an idea, but I definitely need more information here. It could completely change from what I'm thinking once the tarot starts to come out. So let's see. Let's pull some tarot cards for pile 1. We are trying to pinpoint in an important area that we can bring to light to resolve some anxiety or worry around it. Essentially, anxiety that will prove to be fruitless at the end of the day. That your higher self knows how this situation is going to play out, So this is some aspect that, surely won't be detrimental to your journey. It is something that is one of those situations where you think to yourself, will this matter in 5 years, even in a year, even in 6 months from now? It's one of those things where it's just something we can clear out, for sure. Something you don't need to be taking up your energy and your headspace worrying about, when the outcome is going to be what is intended for your correct journey. So pile 1, can we please get information on this situation? Elaborate on the tea leaf cards that have come out. I have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Interesting. I have the Ten of Swords. I'll pause right here. I see with the dog message, as well as with marriage, and of course, the message of bridge. The first thing I want to say here is marriage and bridge, I think, are almost synonymous in this example. It could be literal. This could be talking about marital issues, or is this the person I'm supposed to marry? We're discussing potentially getting married. Or it could be synonymous with bridge, which you're marrying the two. You're marrying situations. You're bridging the gap between certain aspects. Two things are coming together that wouldn't necessarily be connected, or you wouldn't necessarily assume would be able to connect so easily, to relate to each other, to bridge that gap. Some aspect of marrying two unlikely outcomes, two unlikely resources, kind of mixing things up, grabbing and pulling from different resources, different aspects that maybe you wouldn't necessarily think can fit together to help you overcome some problem. That is one message. Taking a look at getting creative with what you have. Releasing judgment, releasing a conception of what you think the things that you have in your life are meant to show up for. Yes. And with dog, this felt like, if this is a literal message regarding some marital issue, I see this dog card maybe as your person coming through. I see that if we are relating them to the energy of a dog, this could be quite more of like a negative term towards them, like a derogatory term, like calling them a dog. Like maybe there is some concern about how responsible they are, how reined in they are with their desires. Maybe there is some worry about what this person is doing or what this person is thinking. Maybe you feel like they aren't quite ready for marriage. Maybe you are concerned that they aren't the type to settle down, is what I'm seeing. But we do have the message of the bridge, which speaks of successfully overcoming a problem. What you perceive as an unlikeliness for them to be suited for long-term commitment. It doesn't have to be marriage. Some commitment, some person you are hoping is able to commit. What you perceive in them as being an untamed energy, as being too full of life to settle down, as being too playful to settle down to get serious, being too friendly with others to settle down and get serious. This perception could prove to be the aspects that you see could prove to be positive in marrying your qualities with theirs is successful. There's something about bringing together unlikely energies and it being successful. And this dog card speaks of protection from a powerful friend. This person is here to protect you. This person is a powerful friend at the end of the day. What you were seeing as them being, oh, they're too, I don't know if you feel like you're not good enough. I don't know if you feel like you're not entertaining enough, if you're not as suitable to them as a friend, as well as like a committed partner, because we speak of, you know, your partner being your best friend. Maybe this is saying this is a powerful friend for you. There is no need to worry about that, and you're comparing yourself potentially here with, you don't feel like maybe you're going to be able to keep up with them, keep them happy, keep them satisfied. This message is saying this person is a powerful friend for you, and if you bring in your qualities, if you bridge that gap, if you meet them where they're at, if you learn to be playful with them, if you learn to, you know, just try to adopt some of their energy, then this person, you could unlock aspects of friendship that create such a powerful, committed relationship for you two. That is what I'm seeing as this one message, a specific message. It doesn't, again, have to be marriage particularly, but I think that this dog person is representing a person in your life and feeling like there's a sense of incompatibility. And again, the whole theme behind this reading is to bring to light small aspects of anxiety or worry that can be resolved because they are not meant to be some detrimental end of the road, end of a story pathway. Like, this is something that, again, you will look back on and either see why it played out the way it did, regardless of what the outcome was, because you see why it was meant to happen the way it did, or otherwise you look back and you're like, you just can't match the level of thinking that you had in that time, because it is just so like, what was I thinking? Everything was fine, everything played out fine. This card, that's interesting. This deck has the Ten of Swords, shows up twice in the deck. The other, same imagery and everything, but the second card, instead of saying Ten of Swords, it says everything is fine, which is what just came to mind and what I just spoke just now, and then it reminded me of this card. So moving along to the first two tarot cards that have come out, this is a strong idea for me that your worries are going to be fruitless. Your worries are doing nothing but pin you down in this time, but keep you, the more you think about it, the more attention you're giving to it, the more consuming it is towards you. Just as this person is laying there, sucked into her phone, she's not happy, she's just kind of apathetic about things. It's like this is something that she has the power to change. It's something that I think is almost, I want to say it's like a reach, like you are reaching to see this as a problem. Kind of similar to if you're looking on your phone and you are allowing yourself to get upset by things that are behind the screen of your phone that do not involve you at all, by watching people fight it out in the comments, by letting yourself get sucked into a loop of watching negative stories, tuning into news stories that really just bring your energy down. This is like, you are essentially reaching for something to be wrong about this connection. Knight of Wands, I think is also representing this dog person. The Knight of Wands is one of the quicker moving cards in tarot, and wand energy. They're energetic. They're still pretty youthful, playful energy, similar to the dog energy that I had described. So I think that this could be representing a person as well, or your person that maybe you are concerned about. Maybe it is a worry about, when they go out, when they go travel somewhere, when they go out with their friends, what are they doing? I don't know. And really what it's saying is, rather than laying at home by yourself and worrying, a solution here could be, maybe this person assumes you don't want to do the things that bring them joy. You don't want to hang around their friend group, like whatever it may be. Maybe you need to show up in this energy of like, you know what, let's go crazy. I'm going out tonight too. Like, let's do this. And I think this person would be like, really? Okay, like, get your heels on, girl. Like, let's go. You come hang out with me and my friends. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for you to... It's almost like this person assumed you might be judgmental toward it. And the reason they're assuming that you would be judgmental toward their friends is because I feel there's a lack of communication of what you're feeling. You aren't judgmental toward them or their friend group. It's not that you don't like them or don't want to hang out with them. It's just that you two were not on the same page about things. Like, you just may have been completely working up this situation in your mind. You're imagining this person going out and getting into all kinds of trouble. Like, you just don't even want to think about it. You don't want to address it. And so you never speak about it or never bring it up or say, what exactly do you do when you go out? And because you're allowing yourself to, let me try and match your energy. That's what relationships are about. And this is to say that this person too, if this is a strong reciprocal relationship, I hope so too, that they match your energy as well and adopt a preference for some of the things that you enjoy to do as well. So yes, I think that just kind of like a classic situation of really not being on the same page just because the time wasn't taken to ask a simple question or to consider inserting yourself into the position that you're worried about. You belong there as well. This is a powerful friend. They want you to be playful and be friends with them in that way. I think, yeah, this is interesting. For pile 1, here we have the 7 of Cups. Yes, this could be exactly what you're imagining, all these different scenarios playing out when you're worried about what's going on with this person. And it's just, I'm seeing here that the one you should be focusing on is this budding rose here, the budding relationship. Focus on your relationship. You're being tied down by worrying about all these other scenarios that likely are not playing out. They're playing out in your head. They're causing a turmoil in your head. The turmoil you feel that is unaddressed is manifesting as worry about all of these things that could be happening. The 2 of Pentacles. This, again, speaking of kind of marrying the two energies, an ebb and flow of meeting each other at each other's level, whether on both sides. One day it can be going lower to meet someone at where they're at when they're feeling down. Another day it could be pulling yourself out of a more solitude or comfortable energy to experience joyful, playful situations with your significant other. This is exactly the balance that is required for a strong relationship, and it is the ability to almost sacrifice what it is you would rather be doing at times to meet your partner at their level. That is kind of what I'm seeing here. Giving each other a shot, giving it a go, even if it's not typically what you would enjoy doing, can be beneficial just to clear the air and experience a situation for yourself so that you're not making up what it actually is. Yes, the Seven of Wands, defensiveness, definitely setting up somewhat of a boundary could be happening here. A great source of your anxiety and worry right now is setting up unnecessary defenses regarding a person in your life, regarding whether it's friendship, your romantic connection, who you're engaged to, who you're married to, whoever it is that is so significant to you. You're setting up unnecessary defenses. You are putting your energy into separating yourself. The Ace of Swords. All it takes is a conversation, is one, I think expressing even an inkling of doubt or worry about this person would make them to, cause them to immediately like rush to you and be like, I had no idea that you were feeling this way. Like, what's going on? Please, I'm about to head out the door, but let's sit down and talk about this for a second. I think that's really all it takes. And I don't know if this can show up as like some kind of like breakdown for you, like maybe with everything is fine. Maybe this is somewhat of like an emotional outburst. Maybe you let those emotions seep out, which is completely fine. And your person will be receptive to it. Your person will be the dog, man's best friend. Like, dogs are so just that like golden retriever type partner. Like, they are just going to rush to your side and be like, just the sympathy they will feel and the strong desire they will feel to nip this in the butt and, you know, give you the reassurance that you need, and that is nowhere near being a lie or being dishonest. It is completely authentic and truthful from this person, the way that they respond to you addressing this situation. Yes, the Emperor, this is someone you can go to. This is almost like, you know, someone you can trust and you can go to with the Emperor. This is like finally breaking and going to, you know, you're getting bullied in school, you finally break down, you finally go to the principal, you finally go to a trusted teacher, you finally go to a trusted person with authority, and it's just the unraveling that takes place is so supported and is ultimately the solution and the key to the problem, so long as you can let someone in to know what you are feeling. This person is receptive to it, and this person is going to fix it. This is the person who can fix your situation just through simple discussion and clarification. Exactly, here with the World, this really, really can open up new worlds for your relationship. You might experience a level of relief, safety, stability, comfort in the relationship that you didn't know you were lacking. This is truly opening up the doors for greater communication, for greater understanding of each other. This is the end of something that could have been a blockage for the relationship. This is the World card, the end of a cycle, the end of something that maybe was or could have been holding the relationship back, or would ultimately reach that severity if left unaddressed. Truly is what I'm seeing here with the World. This is very, very nice to see as the final card regarding what is causing you anxiety and worry, and as well as what the outcome will be. This is giving you concrete advice for what to do regarding this situation. So finally, to finish out the reading, I would like to pull some oracle cards that will give you guidance from your higher self, from the version of you that has already seen it play out all the way through, and it's been ages now, it's completely in the past. What do they have to say to you about this situation? Let's see. Pile 1, reassurance. We have the Joy card with affirmation, surroundings, light, and beauty. Affirmation, this person really could affirm you and their relationship as well. Like, maybe they didn't necessarily have to take it that far, but they take this as an opportunity to really, really make you feel loved, because they are worried that they sense some feeling of that you feel like you are inadequate or that you are insufficient. So they are taking this as an opportunity to go above and beyond, essentially. They really, really want you to feel uplifted after this. They want to affirm you. They want to affirm surroundings. They want to affirm that they are not moving. You two are not moving from this place you call home, from this person you call home. Your surroundings are not changing. It's not going to be taken from you. You could have experienced this in the past. Like, if this message is so specific, kind of the elephant in the room, what I haven't been saying is like worry about someone cheating on you or being unfaithful. Like, that's kind of what I've been feeling this whole time, but that I didn't necessarily say directly. This is affirmation for you that they want to provide. Maybe they know that this situation occurred to you, or this is a time that you finally open up to them about it. And so it is so important for them to make sure that you feel so secure and that the relationship is established in trust, in commitment, in honoring each other, and in being completely faithful to each other, like the dog. A faithful, trusted friend to you, a powerful friend is who this person is. Yes, and I feel that they're really, really going to prioritize uplifting you here. Let's see. For pile 1, can we get more affirmation and guidance from their higher self regarding this situation? So I see this one. Exact loyalty was, I wanted to pull this one out. It was sticking out. This person is loyal. This is the Hound card, the Hound in the pair. This person is so loyal to you. Like, this is very powerful confirmation that just came through with that. It's just a puppy dog. It's a golden retriever energy. I don't think this person is capable of harming you in this specific intentional way. One more message of reassurance and guidance for pile 1 regarding this situation that has been causing them anxiety. We want to help them through this. Let's see. Spaceship with don't be afraid to sing. And this card totally has me smiling. It's just so, it's so nice. I immediately saw 2 people holding hands. There are 3 people here, but this is friendship. This is a card representing friendship again. Don't be afraid to sing. Matching that goofy, playful energy. Like, dogs are so goofy. Like, I think it's really going to open up a new world for you. You guys are going to be able to connect and be playful with each other like never before. This is really, really encouraging. These 3 cards that just came out here. Joy, loyalty, not being afraid to be authentic, to be in that childlike, playful energy with each other, and soaring, your relationship soaring and really taking off because of it. Again, with the World, this is really feels like a very significant turning point. These cards look nice together, kind of like with the matching colors. I really think that these are both doubling down on the fact that this outcome is going to be extremely fruitful for their relationship and is going to be kind of like a tipping point, a point in which you look back on and it was something that was so freeing and allowed their relationship to really, really progress and to elevate and to become something you didn't think it could become, or that you weren't allowing it to become because of a past situation or because of this perceived blockage. I think really this situation is going to end in favor of your relationship, and it's really, really beautiful to see and finish out the reading with these cards of such strong affirmation for you, pile 1. So this was really nice to see, and of course when I'm speaking on specific relationships, I of course have to kind of follow that up with never assume something about your partner. This definitely is calling for you to put some action in, okay, and to have conversations if needed. If this is really resonating with you, take some time to sit with it, and please don't take this as final word. These cards are specifically calling you to address the situation before these positive outcomes can come through. So pile 1, I hope that this was helpful to you, and if you feel comfortable, I would love if you leave a comment. If you want to elaborate on your situation, how this applied to you, I will be there to connect with you on it. I would really appreciate if you like this video as well as subscribe, and I will hope to see you in future readings. Bye, pile 1. Hey, pile 2, if you chose the Serpent Crystal and the Page of Wands from the traditional tarot deck, then you are in the right place for your messages. I'm going to start here with some tea leaf cards and follow that with tarot to identify a situation that is causing you anxiety or worry. What is keeping you up at night? That's what we want to know here. So I went ahead and split this tea leaf deck. I'm going to spread it out here and choose a few cards. I see here a few, and then this one from the bottom of the deck. I think I actually want to take, you're getting way more cards than pile 1. Okay, all right, so 5 cards I believe I pulled. Let's see what we have. With Pale, time to get out of a situation. Broom with new home, new attitude. We have the month of August. We have the Vase with secret admirer. Oh, 2 more. All right, we have Dogs with getting together with friends. Okay, and we have Angel with spiritual guidance and protection from harm. Beautiful card to end on here. Couple ideas coming through, but let me go ahead and pull some tarot to get more information before I just jump right into things. So for pile 2, can we grab some tarot to identify a situation that is worrying? We have the Page of Cups come out. What is something causing worry in this pile that we can address here with these cards today? First, let's identify the situation with tarot. So a couple just flew out. First one I saw here is the Judgment card. The 6 of Wands. And the last card we had here is the 9 of Swords. So I'm going to pause here before I pull a couple more tarot cards. I want to address the tea leaf cards that first came out. The first one we saw speaks of it is time to get out of a situation. The second card felt directly tied to that one, and it was the Broom here with new home, new attitude. After that, I pulled the card of August, which makes me think of, like, I feel like a lot of, if you rent, a lot of leases are from August to August, where I'm from. I don't know, if you're like in school, I feel like that's pretty typical for your rent to start or to be able to lease out an apartment. So this feels like a change of location, a change of home, maybe specifically coming in August, or just speaking of confirming that idea of moving on from a place of living to resolve some situation, a change of location, getting out of a situation in that way by literally physically removing yourself from it. And the new environment that which you were placed in will allow a new attitude to develop, a new frame of thought to be your dominant. It could just be like you were caught up in a place that you no longer resonate with, or the people there you would like to distance yourself from. It could be something like that. Secret Admirer came out in the tea leaf, as well as Page of Cups, which is kind of like a Secret Admirer card, is how I'm seeing it here in this specific reading. Is there some kind of like situationship, or is there some kind of past relationship that you feel like your place of living is associated with a person that you no longer want to be thinking about, or that you want to distance yourself from? That's what this could be. I immediately, in the viewfinder, the Six of Wands caught my eye as I was speaking on that. The act of physically removing yourself from a situation and where you land, it's like another idea coming through. Like, I'll finish my thought, but where you land when you remove yourself from a situation, you may find people who, I want to say, praise you, who treat you better, who think of you highly. When you insert yourself in a new location, the people there are waiting for you, almost like, see an image of awaiting your arrival. It's like maybe you pull up to this place and it just immediately feels like a sense of community, a sense of home. It feels like these people are friendly, welcoming faces. It's a welcome change to your past environment. I'm thinking of like Hallmark movies, where basically the plot for every single holiday Hallmark movie is like city girl goes back to her hometown, or like back to a small town, and like the community they find there, at first it's a little like not sure how to insert yourself into the community, but it's like just going back to your roots and like, you know, a fresh perspective, toning things down, like a retreat, like some kind of escape, I feel here, like getting more down to earth people, like even specifically like living in a more like rural environment where you do have access to like nature and beautiful things and beautiful surroundings, with which maybe you would have thought was like boring or like not a lot to do in your past, but you were arriving to this place and like maybe it's unfamiliar, but I get a sense of it ultimately feels like home, and it really, really will strongly solidify itself as your new home that you will care for, that you will become a more overall like humble, accepting version of yourself, because that is exactly what you are surrounded with as soon as you step into this environment. Especially here with her riding a horse, it looks like she's riding a horse bareback. Again, with that message of maybe where you are relocating is literally like a rural place where like horseback riding, like hiking is almost like a form of therapy for you. You could be doing things you'd never had access to before that are really healing to you. Again, I see like some kind of like high maintenance, well-off kind of person, someone who's been provided for their whole lives in these Hallmark movies, going to like a small town, and you know, you go there because you need to help your aunt out with her farm, which your great aunt, you need to help her out with her farm, which you've never met. And you get there and you know, you're used to certain things, you're used to like certain standards of living, so it's you're a little taken aback by this new environment. But you slowly start to love it and like really integrate yourself into it. And I see like your great aunt is like, I saw you out late last night. You were spending a lot of time in the stables. It seems like you're enjoying it. And you're like, no, I promise. Like, I don't enjoy it. Like, I'm just doing it to help you. But like, you're loving it, okay? That's funny. All right. Let's see. Take a drink. Yes, we have the message here with the angel as well as judgment, literally seeing an angel showing up in this card side by side with the judgment card as well, and getting together with friends. This is all an aspect of this change of location being divinely supported and being protected, and if it's not what it seems at first, which I don't think it is, I get a sense of like you immediately feeling a homey vibe and accepting vibe when you arrive in this new environment. But if you do feel aspects of feeling out of place, or if you're starting to question like, well, maybe it'd be easier if I just stayed where I was and just dealt with whatever the situation was with this person with these people that I need to distance myself from and kind of start fresh. Maybe you have some doubt of like, things would just be easier if I were back there, like, but you have to know that this journey is divinely supported and that the growth that will come from this is going to be exponential. Like, the version of you that will come out of this could never have thrived and developed in the environment that you were in previously. It could be a little rough again with the adjustment. Like, again, this is that sense of doubt or worry about the choices you made or about your path. Like, it definitely could be a little bit of an adjustment, as most things are difficult to adjust to new things, completely understandable and natural. But the whole message today is identifying areas of worry or anxiety that are going to prove to be fruitless in your near future. So, just something to kind of remember and think back on when you are worried and anxious, knowing that the situation is divinely supported and in divine timing for you to thrive, for you to evolve, and for you to develop into the version of you that you're meant to, that you are ever evolving and ever changing, and you are becoming that next stepped up version of yourself through this experience that you never could have done in the prior environment. I think there might be a few more tarot cards to come out for this reading, so let's see here. Is there anything else we're missing here for pile 2? Any messages? Okay. The Knight of Wands. There could be another person coming through for you. The Devil. And we have the High Priestess. So, Knight of Wands does make me think of pile 1. They had the Knight of Wands come out, which was a strong message regarding relationship. And the person that I was describing as the Knight of Wands was very specific. And I'm seeing here the dogs in this came out. The person I described essentially had the personality of like, you know, golden retriever, like just like a friendly like dog personality essentially is what came through, because we did have another tea leaf card regarding a dog depicted in it, not this specific card, but this one. Again, the theme of a dog being representative of friendship, of loyalty. I feel like there's an unlikely character that could pop up in your life when you're in this new environment that maybe is someone you never considered becoming close with, like just someone maybe you had ruled out, like you had always looked for a specific person or always been connected with a specific type of person. This is someone with a different perspective, a different upbringing, who will show you things, who will teach you, and who will help you transform. Yeah, kind of like an unlikely connection, like city girl meets farm boy, like, or vice versa, whatever it may be. That's kind of what I'm thinking of, like that movie trope, that Hallmark movie trope is what I'm seeing. Like this golden retriever type character is going to like catch you struggling with feeding the horses, like you've got mud all over your face. They kind of chuckle at you, it's endearing, and then they go help you and then you connect. Very cute. Like you're about to live out your own Hallmark movie is what I'm seeing here. This is so cool. Okay. Let's see, we had the devil as well as the high priestess. There could be, you know, the high priestess is all about like having, she knows things, like she is almost, I want to say, in charge of revealing new information when appropriate. And I think that there could be some aspect of past circumstances or people in your past kind of creeping up and trying to enter into your life again, or trying to peek into it, or what are they up to? What are they doing? Where are they? Like, there could be some aspect of like temptation, I want to say, with people showing up and wondering what you're doing and questioning what you're doing without being able to see the benefit it is providing for you. Not considering the fact that maybe you actually enjoy being there. Like maybe there's some aspect of like, I need to save this person. Like this is not who they are. Like what are they doing with their life? Why have they inserted themselves into this environment, completely started fresh? Like it really could be anything where they're viewing it as like, that is not like you. But who are they to say what you resonate with and how you've grown? Who are they to determine that, is what I'm seeing. Like if there's any aspect of like past situations, past triggers creeping up, or people questioning what you're doing or how good it is for you, I think that you should sit in this high priestess energy and stay strong in knowing that there's no need to explain yourself. There's no need to explain to people who aren't going to be perceptive of it anyways, and that you know who is worth accepting your story or who is able to receive it in an appropriate way. That is up to you to decide how much you want of your old life to be able to seep back in and to be able to understand what you're up to and to be able to reach you, essentially. Like it is up to you to allow things from the past to come back in. Like that is your judgment. You are the filter. You are like the gate. You can choose to completely start fresh. You can choose to have a balance of your past life with your current journey. Like you can choose how much the two are weighing on each other. Like you are completely valid in wanting a completely like fresh start if that is what you are desiring. That is completely valid and okay. Yes. So pile 2, I'm going to finish your messages by getting some advice from your higher self, some reassurance and guidance from the version of you that has seen it play out, who sees the outcome, who sees the intention behind every little step within this journey. What do they have to say to you currently, who is unaware of how things play out and the ultimate intention behind every situation that comes your way? So let's see here for pile 2, what messages can come out. Reassurance from their higher self. I want one card from this deck. Interesting. So we have curiosity with experience, play, uncover, and ask. Okay. More messages of reassurance from pile 2's higher self. take this one, inspiration, and one more. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. Interesting, exactly here. Sundress with Do It For You. One of my favorite cards in that deck. It's so beautiful. So let's see, we had curiosity with experience, play, uncover, ask. We have the energy of inspiration. We have the energy of, again with High Priestess, doing everything you do for you, taking the steps that are appropriate to you because it's your decision, it's your judgment at the end of the day, and other factors, other opinions being inserted into that are not up for debate. They're not up for consideration from you because you're doing it for you. You know what, maybe you don't know exactly what's calling you to move on from situations, to separate yourself, whether physically or just setting more boundaries, to move and embark on a new journey, a fresh slate, a new beginning, create a new life for you that, again, maybe you don't know why you feel like this is what you desire, but you will quickly find out that you were led to the exact place, the exact people, the exact circumstances that resonate with you strongly in this time in your journey, and that will open up all these gates, open up the floodgates to allow you to experience something new, something magical, your own Hallmark movie. Exactly. Being curious in this new environment, learning through experience, really inserting yourself into it, being playful, again, uncovering what it is that drew you to the place quite easily, but also gradually. It's like the surprises and the gifts are never ending in this new place. Like you are always able to find new inspiration, whether it's like you have tons of, like nice lookout spots that you can go and insert yourself in nature and take time to yourself and reflect, whether it's the people you're interacting with that are inspiring you, that you're able to interrogate and get their take, even if it's just, I want to know your story, like fill me in on your perspective. I have things I can learn from you. You are being drawn to these connections, to these opportunities, and to these locations that are meant to be quite fruitful for your growth and your ascension in this new environment, in your new body, in your new way of showing up in the world. And I think that there are definitely surprises, really some surprises for you to uncover. It's like, it's as many side quests as you want to complete, you can do. As much as you want to dig into connections, to stories, to uncovering truth, to learning, as much as you want to dig into that, you can take that to the degree that you would like. You have plenty of time to play with things, to sit with things, to uncover, to ask, to listen, to learn, to share. You have all the time in the world to do all this beautiful growth, to make these beautiful connections, and to make these beautiful changes for yourself. And at the end of the day, it is up to you who you want to be able to meet this new version of yourself, and who you allow to do that are only the people who can meet you. All right, pile 2, my camera overheated. Crazy, I know, but anyways, I was saying that with the High Priestess, it is up to you who you want to allow to seep into this new version of you, this new adventure, this new environment, new story. It's up to you who can be involved in that, who can see you, and who is going to meet you at this level. And that is where the messages end for today for pile 2 here. Super cool reading. I'm excited. This seems like truly like a true adventure. This seems like it's going to be such a fun time and abundant time for you. You're going to learn a lot of things. You're going to be in one place, but that place is worth so much. It's like, rather than traveling the world to learn new things, to meet new people, to have new experiences, you were able to do all of it in this one new environment that you are inserting yourself into. Very cool, pile 2. Proud of you guys if you're making some sort of big leap like this. This is incredible. It's going to be exactly what you need, if not more. So I'm so excited for this journey for you guys. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear some specifics if you feel comfortable sharing in the comments, and I will be there to connect with you on it. If you liked the reading and resonated with the messages, please leave a like on the video and subscribe for future readings. So I will hope to see you in the future, and I hope you have an amazing day, Pile 2. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I'm so happy you're here. If you chose the fish crystal as well as this specific Page of Wands card, then you are in the right place for your reading regarding some worry or anxiety that your higher self wants to end for you right now, wants to clear the air and let you know that everything is going to be okay with this situation. So to start the reading, I'm going to pull some tea leaf oracle cards as well as tarot to identify what it is that is causing you worry. We're going to finish out the reading with messages of assurance and of guidance from your higher self, the version of you that has already seen the outcome to this situation, who knows the reason for it, who knows exactly why it is a part of your journey, your specific path here. So let's start with, I'm going to pull this one off the top right away, but I'm going to spread the tea leaf and we'll pick a few additional. I want to choose this one as well as this one and these two as well. Okay. So let's start here with this first one I put to the side. We have grapes with time to go out and have fun. We have box with you will receive a gift. September, the month of September here. Desk with pay attention to your work. Fan with romance, celebration, party. And finally here we have the broken ring with parting of the ways in either romance or business. Okay. Let's see. A few things coming to mind so far, but I am going to pull at least a few tarot before I jump into it just to make sure the direction doesn't completely change. But this one wants to come out with the Three of Swords. Any other messages here for Pile 3 so that we can understand what situation needs to be addressed to stop letting it have such a strong hold on this person's emotions and holding them back in that way. So the High Priestess came out as well. Okay, the Five of Wands, and I'm going to pull one more and maybe stop there. So let's grab one more for Pile 3, please. Okay, it is the World card. Great card to have as the last one that came out here, regardless of anything before it. So let me jump into a few things here to start. I believe that the first tea leaf card in each pile was a message that started with time to. This one tells you it's time to go out and have fun. The previous message was also about it's time to do something specific. So I like that this seems kind of like an overall, regardless of what we speak on, this is what is going to help you. This is what it's important for you to focus on and to prioritize doing in this time, is to have fun, to do the things that bring you joy, the things that make you feel abundant, even just basic, but reflecting on the things that you were grateful for to increase your perception of the abundance that you do have, and therefore to increase the physical abundance that comes into your life that is apparent to you. Feeding into that is going to help keep you balanced, just to remain playful, to remain fun, to remain committed to those things that bring you joy every single day. Taking time to do those things in every single day, regardless of what you're worried about, regardless of outside circumstances. This is how you continue to nurture yourself and to feed into your own abundance, is by doing this, and also by recognizing the things that you are grateful for and the things that you do have. These two could go hand in hand. Practicing the thing that you love while also being grateful for it. You can kill two birds with one stone in this situation and achieve both of the things that it is encouraging you to do with that first card in one activity, by putting yourself in one environment. Yes. And we had the month of September came out, as well as the message of you will receive a gift. I believe the message of the box with you will receive a gift is speaking on, regardless of what's happening, regardless of what the other cards may speak on soon here, staying in the energy that it is encouraging you to is what is going to keep an ever-flowing abundance coming into your life. And I think that this is really key to getting you through the worry, the anxiety you're going through, the situations that are causing it. The key to getting through it is going to be seeing the little things in your life as a gift all the time, and therefore you will be given more. I feel like this is a concrete card saying that yes, you will be given more opportunities to increase your abundance and more things to be grateful for while you are on this journey. There will always be a brighter side to things. There will always be something that, even if you're at your lowest low or you're feeling so down, there will always be something that's going to come through and give you some beacon of hope, give you a source of inspiration, and to remind you of your ultimate path and your ultimate purpose of being, which is to grow as a person, to gather experience, to nurture yourself, and therefore nurture your surroundings, your people, everything. It all starts with you and with appreciating yourself, your own gifts, as well as the things that you have acquired for yourself, the things that you have made happen for yourself. Putting those in the forefront, putting those under the spotlight above all else is a key element here to overcoming this situation that is burdening to you. By what is coming through on the cards, it does appear like there is something that is a strong burden to you in this time. So, this is interesting. There are two messages of what this could be specifically. The broken ring speaks of parting of the ways in either romance or in business. And then the desk is speaking of work. It says, pay attention to your work. The fan here is speaking of the romance aspect of the broken ring card and saying romance, celebration, party, social connections, that kind of thing. So this could be, it could be a dual message. It could be that both equally impact the other. It could be that, or it could just be one or the other. This could be honestly a parting of ways in a romantic connection or in a business endeavor or a business connection. I get more of a sense that this could be a stronger message for the work aspect of things, your career, your project, whatever it is. Paying attention to it now could prevent a minor inconvenience or a minor setback. Something as simple as a typo or missing a deadline, whatever it is. There could be a message here of catching some small little detail that might just it wouldn't be like detrimental if it happened, but it might just like save you somewhat of a headache is what I'm seeing come through with that. So I don't know if this is some like subconscious element of like when you feel like, oh, there's something I'm missing, like you're leaving your home, you're like headed for a trip and you're like, I just feel like I forgot to pack something, like what is it? Like I feel like it could be something like that, like maybe not even regarding work, but like you might even be sensing like, gosh, I feel like there was one more thing I needed to do, or like one more thing I needed to pack, or someone told me something, or I had like a sticky note somewhere. Like there's maybe just something that could be essentially like falling through the cracks in this time that locating and addressing now can save you just a little bit of a headache, potentially. It really could be a deadline with September, I see. Maybe not specifically the month of September, but it is just kind of giving me confirmation that maybe there is something coming up that you need to make sure is on your calendar. Yes. Otherwise, you could be worried about, so September at the time of filming this is what, 4 months away? Not really a long interval, like that's a pretty short time frame. So I think that if this is regarding like, yes, specifically, I'm seeing here really jumping out to me now, this card specifically actually says celebration or party. Is there someone in your life? Is there a romantic connection? Or, and I just saw 1111 on the timer, which is like make a wish and makes me think of birthday as well. I'm thinking of birthday if I didn't say that already, but this says specifically celebration, party, romance. I'm thinking of in regards to something slipping through the cracks, like in regard to a connection, romantic, social connection. Is there some important event coming up that has slipped your mind that you don't have on the calendar? Is it something like that? Is there an opportunity here? Maybe it's not something you're about to miss, but maybe is there an opportunity here to, let's say you're worried about how someone is viewing your connection, maybe you aren't like labeled connection, maybe you aren't committed to each other, maybe it's like a rocky friendship, whatever it may be, some like uncertainty about where you stand with someone, or maybe feeling a need to step things up and make this person feel special, maybe because of some like wrongdoing, whether it was specifically intended by you, whatever it may be. There's some aspect here of like a time in the near future, a significant event, like a party, a celebration, a birthday specifically of this person, could be a good opportunity to right any wrongs or to make clear how you feel about a person via how you show up for them on a day that is special to them, that they want to feel special. Are you one of those people that does make them feel special? This could really be like a significant time to either distance yourself from someone that you feel maybe is not right, with parting of ways in romance. This could be, I don't want to ever like encourage like not to just speak what you're feeling or like be truthful, honest, but sometimes it does take hints like this. Like maybe it's just a time for you to separate yourself maybe from what you did in the prior year. Maybe this is a connection that has drifted, you have grown apart, and this is a time for you to solidify that idea by not, I'm thinking of a situationship, I'm thinking of this is a person you've drifted from, you kind of want to like really show up and show this person love and like take the place of a significant other on this person's birthday, I think this is a good opportunity for you to set boundaries if that is what you so desire, and rather than showing up and trying to act as this person's girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, and do the things that that person would do, make it clear to this person that it is simply a friendship, it is an acquaintance, you are acquaintances at this point in time, because you are not going to go all out and make an elaborate deal about this person's birthday. That is for their committed partner to do, or their long-standing friendships to do. I don't know, it's something like that. Or on the opposite side, this is a time for you to make clear the strong feelings you have about this person. If they are feelings of love, of wanting to be this person's friend, of wanting to be a main player in this person's life. Yeah. So yes, dual messages here, and then we had the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So either, again, some missed opportunity that was intentionally missed as a means to separate yourself from someone or to disconnect from someone if the relationship has proven to be more detrimental to you, more rocky, more unstable than you would like. If it is a non-committed relationship and you're over it and you want to distance yourself, it is speaking of that with the 3 of Swords. It could hurt a little bit, of course, or it could hurt the person a little bit. I want to be honest and say, but I think it's important. I think it's a wake-up call. I think it is an eye-opening event, an eye-opening experience, and ultimately, you know the situation, you know the person, you know that you aren't going to like take it to extremes, and rather than intentionally trying to harm someone or make them feel bad, you're simply distancing yourself by acting in more of like a neutral way, is what I'm trying to explain. On the other hand, if you are trying to insert yourself as like a strong player in this person's life, a person who has strong interests, a very caring person, someone who wants to be around for a long time, not worrying about like a competition aspect of things, I think that whatever you choose to do for this person that you feel is appropriate, it doesn't really matter, because you bring a specific element of like charm, and I want to say like you just do it in such like a cute, like unique way. Like it doesn't matter what it is you gift them. It could be something homemade, whatever it is, like the fact that it is attached to you is what makes it stand out. You don't need to worry about outshining anyone else, or you know that at the end of the day, as long as you have been vulnerable, speaking your truth, and laid it all out there, no regrets in sharing how you feel about others to them, then you know that regardless, you win in this situation, because there's nothing to think back on and say, well, I could have done this, I could have done that better. It's nothing like that. Being you, showing up as your authentic self, is what you are being asked to do in this situation. And this is that further with the High Priestess, of knowing that even if the outcome that comes from it is less than favorable in any way, no regrets, knowing that you were honest, you were truthful, and this person knows how they feel or how you feel about them, and if they want to accept it, then great. And if they don't, then you know that it's time to move on, and that there's nothing that is going to make you look back on the situation and think of how you could have done things differently, because you were honest, you were open and truthful, and your only intention was to share love and to share admiration for this person. There's nothing that should have been done differently. regardless of what you resonate in this reading, I think that the World card is saying that this is something that maybe you are learning for the first time. More of like a sticky situation in dealing with a romantic connection, a friendship, a work partnership. Maybe it's more of like a sticky, troubling situation, something that you haven't quite encountered yet. So this is like the first time that you are testing the waters, and the first time you are trying to, or you are needing to come up with this specific solution to address it. This is the first time that you've needed to address this specific situation in the way that you are choosing to go about it, in the way that you know is appropriate to go about it. And really, you are taking a lot from this. Like, you are learning a lot. If you're anything like me, you really enjoy just like gathering experience, just like being able to say like, oh, that one time, well, I handled it this way. That was pretty cool of me. Like, regardless of how it turned out, it's pretty cool that like I was able to go about it the way I did. Yeah, that's really cool to see here for pile 3. Interesting. Very interesting readings today. It's so cool to see. Let's see. I think I was gonna go ahead and pull the Oracle. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull those for messages of reassurance from your higher self. The authenticity card came out, which is what I was speaking on, of no regrets in the situation, because you know that what you did and how you handled the situation was authentic to you, and that if it wasn't accepted, what was the point of moving forward with it anyway? Because if they didn't accept you showing up in an authentic way, then they wouldn't have, why would they in the future? Why would they consistently do that for you in the future? If they didn't show up, if their reaction was less than what you would like or less than what you would expect, why worry about it? Because clearly there is a disconnect between the authentic versions of you and this person, and there is so much more out there for you that is in alignment, and situations that fully bring to light and honor your authenticity, your uniqueness, your individuality, your being in general, and your ability to love the specific way you go about love, the specific intention you put behind loving acts is so recognizable, so unique, so authentic to you, and you will always have that at the end of the day. This card is so beautiful. I'm like getting a little bit emotional about it. Just, I don't know, it's really nice. It's really cool to see that, kind of like refreshing if you are resonating with showing up in this energy. Keeping yourself, let's see, a few more messages of affirmation from pile 3's higher self, please. I see this one. Very beautiful. We have hope with the butterfly and the snowdrop. And we have devotion with the sheep and blackberry. Nice. And one more. One more message of reassurance from pile 3's higher self regarding this situation. We have the storm with every hurricane comes to an end. Yeah. This is accepting endings that are appropriate, letting things phase out in their due time. Detachment from outcomes, just understanding that yes, things can consistently be carried through life with us. Connections can be consistent, but the nature of life is such that things do change, things do phase out, things ebb and flow. Like, just life is a lot coming in at us at all times, and releasing the need for things to continue in your life that are meant to phase out, or being the deciding factor, rather than letting something fizzle out and just be like a weak, lingering energy in your life that really isn't serving you, isn't adding anything to your life. Having the strength with the crown here to end a situation yourself. The hurricane is a strong force coming through by you, to set new boundaries, to set new expectations with people in your life that don't feel as strong in your life as they once were. And knowing that if there's anything troublesome or worrying about letting something or someone go, knowing that it always comes to an end. The sky is always going to clear. Your crown is always going to stay on your head. Everything is so supported in this situation for you. Your higher self is telling you that through these cards. The message of hope. Hope after a storm, hope after the rain. There's always hope after things clear up and clear out. Yes, exactly. And devotion as well is the final message that came out within this pile. This is something that you are being called to be consistent in. It is almost like a chain of events that will unfurl in front of you as soon as you take the first step to phase out those things in your life that are just holding you back at this point, that are just not resonating with the current version of you, the ever-changing version of you, who you are now. Being consistent in filtering these things out of your life with devotion is important, so as not to view it as like a one and done type situation. You could get a lot of inspiration from doing this once, and thinking about maybe the way you feel after you do it is so great, and so you are therefore inspired to continue being intentional about what you allow to continue to be a force in your life, and also being more intentional about what you allow in the first place. Maybe being intentional isn't the best word, but rather you are just more sure of yourself, more confident, more authentic, so that that which is meant to come to you is automatically magnetized and attracted toward you, and that which is not meant for you is so strongly opposed to your strong, authentic self that it's effortless to decide that it doesn't belong in the first place. There's no in-between situations, in-between relationships that aren't quite fully there, but, aren't like completely holding you back. It's none of that. It's like all or nothing. No room for your energy to be taken up by things that are lackluster, that aren't completely meant for you, pile 3. That is what I'm seeing here with your messages today. I loved doing this reading. It was so interesting, and I really wish you the best in kind of discerning what is meant for you in this pile, because I know a couple things were coming out, but at the end it turned out to be more of a strong message about relationships. So please leave a comment if anything resonated with you. I love to hear from you guys, and I love to connect with you on it always. If you resonated with the message, please leave a like as well and subscribe for future readings. Pile 3, best of luck in your situation, and I will see you in the future.